Hi, my name is Chuck, and I'm a trader, and I want to make some videos to show um, about my trades. Maybe you can learn some stuff, maybe not, but I'm just gonna reveal what I see in the market and why I'm taking the trade, and we will see, how successful that may become. I've been in forex since 2005. So I've come by a lot, of different traders, etc. In that time, I've learned a lot of different stuff. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna get on with this. And what I see here, this is a 1 hour time frame. This is a very good time frame. Price turns on it, as you can see. Look here, look, it turns on the 1 hour time frame. So, and again right here, but this is kind of sloppy, you know. But most of them have been neat. Okay, this is a trading simulator that I have, and it mimics and simulates the market. You know, and the only thing I see different from the market is the volume. That's only because the volume is at the particular broker, so relating to the market. So, but that's the only thing I see different. But at the actual painting of the candle and formations, they're exact. All right. So I'm starting from June 1st, year 2021. I have 15 pip stop loss set, as you can see here, and target price 30 pips. Starting with $1. I mean, one round lot. I'm sorry, and $10,000 is my equity. I am a SMC trader that also know VSA, so I combine the two, SMC and VSA. So that's how I know when the order blocks are being made. Um, Highs are taken, are they serious about the highs? They're going to continue, or it's just a turtle soup? By the way, I was trained by many of the different traders, down through the years. I learned from even ICT was one. I learned from MetaFX, Phantom. Um, it's a lot of them. You'll probably hear me call out their names when I'm trading, and I'm saying this is what I'm doing and where I learned to do that from. You know, you may see that. However, let's get on with this. All right, let's go to the weekly. As we can see, we're in the uptrend, but we're in a area that a lot of selling went on. The market fell. The reason why I say that, it has this wick. So if we do this, right, price is encapsulating and it's about to break it. So let's see if it does. It might turtle soup it, who knows. Um, but I want this to go on all the time frames, so I'm going to clone it. And let's see. Yeah. it shows up on all the time frames. Alright, that's the daily, the weekly. As you can see, we're in an uptrend. So we should be looking for up moves or down moves. I keep seeing these wicks. You got to be careful of them. And look, and there's another one here on the 1 hour and sweeping of these highs. Okay. Let me see something. This is the highest high. Over here, we had a thing called a chalk, which is a change of character. This is what I was looking for, right? And I like to take them on the 1 hour because I'm a day trader. So your style of trading got to determine, the time frames that you use. I use all of them. Everybody should use all of them. Scalpers, not so much, I guess. But that's their world. All right, we had a chalk here, a change of character. So far, this high hasn't been broken, so this chalk is still valid. And we should consider down moves between here and here, right? Because that's the way the chalks work. So that's only if this high isn't broken. If it's broken and they sweep the highs up there and come back down, or they continue up, chalk's invalid. We take them two things and we move them closer to price. And when it makes another high, that's how you know when the market's going to turn. That's how I know. Here's another chalk right here. But this is not the high. This is the high of this swing right here, though. Okay, as you can see, we got a break of the high. Okay, is it going to remain? So if we come back in this dark area, we know that this is not legit. And it breaks this low because here's our next chalk. So since that has taken that high, we can now supplant these trend lines over here because we have a new chalk that we're looking for the market to take this low. That's what will make the chalk valid. So from here, this high, down here, then we know to look for sells. If not, continue buys. Okay, we have a swing here. So then this auto block or this fair value gap would be our entry. But I would more go with the auto block. Or this Ment block here that I learned from MentFX. But that's something different. I'll show you about that when I get to it more. Okay, I'm seeing down movements and I'm looking at the volume. See, we got a spike of volume and above the 20 simple moving average on this blue candle. This spike right here should have produced another blue candle, so that's showing selling going on. If I want to have an aggressive entry, then we have 3 consecutive hours. Hold on, let's stop. 3 consecutive hours of down move candles. That's nothing but selling pressure. So the object is now to try to find an entry on the sell. And where do I go? To the 5 minute. Do, 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 do. So you can better see it. Okay, so this is the candle. We had a spike, and got another spike here showing that they're interested in buying. See that right there? It shows they're interested in buying right there. I mean, not buying, selling. I'm sorry. Right here, they sold into this up candle, and you can see it in the wick. You see the spike in the volume. The blue candle to the left, the big one with the long wick of this vertical white line. And you see the volume that represents it to the left of it as well, below it. See how it's spiked up below the volume to the left of it? And then it went above the 20 simple moving average. So that shows a lot of money entered into that move. So who was the money for, the buyers or the sellers? You usually determine that by the next candle that precedes it. So what is it? A red candle, as you can see on the right side of that white line. So you know they were selling into that. There's an order block right here. This is a bearish order block, which is the up move, the last up move before the down move. Right? And you can see it's steady going down. So this was the last up move from when the down move started, which is at this candle that we had this big spike at down here. So I missed this order block here, and I wouldn't have taken it. We have a market structure. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, we do. Right here, we have one. But this is the actual range on the 5 minute from this low, not this low, because this low is higher than this low. So this is the actual low for the range. You cannot make that mistake because anything inside the range is called inducement. They use it to sweep the doggone lows or the highs and take people's stops. It set people up because that people generally put their stops behind highs and lows. Is the only logical place to put it. As a trader, but you got to put it behind the right ones, not the inducement. Okay, so we're gonna use this low here. And we haven't had a break of it yet. Why have I, even though we have these wicks below it, why do I say that? There is no close below it. Now, if this candle right here, which now look like it's about to close below it, uh, on this clock right here, we got 5 minutes, 5 hours, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So, um, 2 minutes and 10 seconds when this closes, we will then know, we got a market structure break. But we do know, let's see, on 1 hour, right? Did we see? No, we didn't get none. And so we go back to the 5 minute. This is what I want to look for, right? Put that away. All right. This is our chalk right here. So we need price to go below this to know that we just sell. We already got a market structure break, but we ain't gonna believe in that because this is the actual range from here to here. Even though I was telling you from here to here, but yeah, in this little old consolidation right here, in this down move that's going on right there from here to here, yeah, is the range. But this is the up move range that this is trying in. I mean, excuse me, trading in. Excuse me, trading in. It has to break that, you know, in order for any sales to be valid. Otherwise you're just gambling. All right, so let's start the show. Let's see what we get. All right, so we have a close below it. Right here we have a little men block. It just went up there and touched that. So since I already convinced that this thing is finna go down, because the way it is, I'm taking a gamble. I could enter from right there, but I'm gonna wait until here. Even though I'm convinced, I was gonna enter there, but I shouldn't teach you to do stuff like that. But there is a I'm gonna show you why I'm saying that. Okay, it swept the highs, right? I show you the other things in the past. Okay, there is an order block here that is respected, right? See it right there, the blue moon, the blue candle. Okay, there is a mint block here, right? That is respected. I'm gonna go over here, right? And one thing I know about these mint blocks, if you mark the middle of it, you can pretty much, gauge. If that next candle don't come back down below it, yeah, it's gonna continue. But if it does, you know, we're on our way down. And you see how it's testing it, right? Here with this candle, etc. And we have a close below it, which is that low. Even though this is the low of that range. But these are advanced techniques, that I am using and I'm showing you because you have to box in price. You have to find a way to box it in because if you don't, it'll get away from you. So let's see what it does. I need a break of this low. I need to enter. All right, let me stop this thing. You see how it come right to it? And see, and I'm gonna tell you something. I could have been fooled by everything that I saw, right? Because it doesn't happen 100%, as in anything in trading. That has been discovered. Remember when we made this the high before back here, and we had a chalk and it got broken. This is the new chalk now. Where are my chalk things at? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So as you can see, it's continuing to fall. I could look for an entry now, but I need a break below this just to have my confirmation, and be sure of my trades. The day is still young. Look, it look like I'm in a European Open at this time. Okay, perfect doggone entry right into the doggone fair value gap. And this right here is a mint block, but it didn't hit it, as you can see right here. It didn't hit it, and it's going down, but it went into the fair value. Because look what it did. It went up, it came down, it went back up. Swept that high, hit that fair value gap, which is right here. Hold on, let me open this up for you. Let me show you what I mean. It went up, it came down, it went up, and it hit this fair value gap. If you notice, to the left and to the right, the wicks do not touch, nor do the open and the closes. So it was only selling going on here. Inefficient market. It must always have buys matching sells at all times. Look, it did it here. It came back and cleaned it up. It did it here. It came back and cleaned it up. And it's going to clean this one up. It does it all the time. Sometimes they leave them there. You know, they be all over the place, but they come back and get them because they already know. They have their program. So this will be a good entry for a 30 pip trade. I think I'm going to take that. And I'm covered. I'm within that med block. So I'm good. So let's see how this turned out. Oh, great. And it took the low. Okay, now, hold up. Right there. It took the low and it bounced up. See, I would have been entering it up here anyway. See the order block right there? A little med block in that wick. Some things I know about this stuff. I would have been trying to enter right now or at the close of the next candle, which is probably going to be on its way down. Okay, definitely now. And you see where it's going? It looked like it's going to sweep this high and hit this med block and come down. Okay, 27. We need this to go to 30. Okay, 30. What did it do? Nope, it didn't hit the med block. Okay, this looks okay. Alright, volume is saying it's going down from here. Cause look at this response, but this candle didn't close yet. Let's see what it does. I need a closing. I need to go to 35 right there. Okay. That's an absorption candle right here. What is it absorbing? It's absorbing all of the buys because they can't fall if people are still trying to buy. That's going to impede it, and it could turn around the money. They'll lose a lot of money doing that. They can't sell if somebody's continuing to buy. You know, even though they have the matching orders, but they can't do it. That's just the way the market works. That's why they have to absorb them when they do it. And I think I'm going to take another entry. And let's see what we get. See, that's what I was telling you about the 5-minute time frame. You can see a lot of stuff. See, that one stopped out. Okay, let's see what the other one does. And it went right into the men block. And you see, it didn't touch it. I mean, break it. I mean, yeah. Okay. Where would this thing be going? Which is the strongest men block? This one, right here. The first one it makes. Price respects this out of all of them. Okay? That's a clue. The other ones guide price down when it's ready. It's still distributed. That's why it's coming back up. It already gave you the signal that it's going down. Here is your chalk. It did that. It didn't break this high yet. So the chalk is still valid. It took a low. It didn't take a low back there when it took that chalk. So We got a market structure break on this candle here. We got to close below it. True to the nature of the market, when it's going in a direction, when it sweeps the stops at the highs and the lows, it retraces. So here's the retracement. So what does it retrace to? Especially when it's distributing and accumulating. It always, 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 always. I can't say always. I can't say that because the market is not absolute. But a lot of times, y'all, it comes back to the 5-minute highest order block. What is it? This right here. I see that a lot right there. Let me see. I see this a lot. That. Okay, if it touched that, it might even stop me out. But it can go higher than it too. If it does that, then my whole concept, is started. Now let me see what my weekly look like. Okay, still looking the same. We got the pinnacle of the highs, as you can see. We got no market structure break on the hour. Really, you have no turn in the market. This is the first indication. Really, the 15-minute, but it starts in the lower time frames, all the way from the seconds to the minutes, all the way up. But if you want something solid where you can bet the farm on this 1 hour time frame, trust in their market structure breaks because the market usually goes in that direction and respects it. Back on the 5-minute. Let me see what the 15-minute. Got a market structure break on the 15-minute. So we're good in there. We're good for ourselves. See, there it go. You see the selling coming in it? Look at that. See? As soon as it touched it, look. I didn't know that was gonna happen. If I did, I would have hit this cursor would not be here. It'd be here and doing that. Okay. But that, it's moving fast. The market doesn't move that fast. I want to look at the volume. See, we got volume spikes here, and look at the response. See this volume right here, which is to this candle right here, this big blue candle that touched the 5-minute order block. It spiked high and not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Went up in natural succession, and look, selling into this, selling into that. That's what I look at because those are the wicks. Look at this. Buying into that. What did the market do? Went up. So we got wicks at the top. Look at this big long wick. Sold into that. Look, market went down. Bought into that. Look, as soon as it came back in that area, what? Market went up. Yeah, that's trading. So, let's hit this. And let's see what happened to these two trades. Here's our targets right here. Okay, hold up. I'm going to put my break even on because I do not want to get stopped out again. But this is our target, folks. This is our first target. Okay, at the beginning of this box, and our second target is at the end. Okay, So we need to go lower than that, than this box right here. But first, I want to. I need this to go to 10. I'll break even this one. Okay, there it is. All right, that one's done. Okay, and let's start it again, and that one's done. All right, well, that concludes this video. I hope you learned something. Which I see you at the next video and see if we can defeat this market.